Yo, what is going on, guys? Frigate Trades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. So, as far as earnings week this week goes, there is nothing going on. Oracle is really the only company, and that reports on Wednesday after close. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye and see if that has any kind of movement going into Thursday morning. So nothing crazy there. You guys know with these kind of weird companies that become popular every now and then or become trendy, I guess is a better word. I don't really look at them until post earnings and see what they have to offer. I'm not going to bother looking at the chart for the meantime because I'm not going to trade any of the levels that's currently sitting at. So there's no point, right? So I can just do my homework and do my due diligence the night before, I guess the night after, right? Or the morning of to see what's going on with that, if it has any catalysts or anything along the lines of that. So Oracle's about all I see for this week to look at post earnings going into Thursday morning. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. There isn't too much going on. We have a couple good setups. Now, obviously, the good news for us is we finally got a pullback, right? The important part is I've had this support at 28,700 on NQ for a while, since that's like the most solid bottom that I've been able to find. And then along with ES, I'll go to the ES here as well. This is all I'm looking at for NQ as well, by the way. So I'm keeping things pretty simple for the watch list. ES and NQ. NQ looking at 28,700. ES here, same idea. I'm looking at 7360, 7350-ish as a support for ES here. So I haven't seen any trend lines that are getting in the way or anything that's important. The only thing that sucks is we closed right at this potential support, right? And so anything can happen over the weekend, especially with a lot of the news coming out right now, with Iran retaliating, using more missiles, Trump, all this. You guys know the deal, right? So anything can happen. This can just gap below. This can gap above for some reason. Who knows? Anything's up in the air, so that's why I'm keeping things really simple. If you guys are a part of the Stock Hours Discord, then you guys obviously get the heads up and all the updated levels in the morning. But this is just an idea for you guys for the weekend, going into the weekend, what I'm looking at, right? So first up on my watch list is Meta. Like I said, a lot of the setups are really easy, really straightforward. Meta had news, ended up breaking and starting the gap that resumed at around 593, broke it, and it made a low all the way at 583 on Friday. So I'm just looking for a continuation here at 583. It has $8 left on the gap, so 583 down to 575. 583 is where I'm looking to trade it at. If you want to play it safe and wait for some sort of consolidation or just a good bear flag or some sort of rejection and then up retest, 580 would probably be your best bet. I'm just taking the risk at 583 if it happens to still be there. So that's Meta. Next up is MU, everyone's favorite stock. We're $40 away from where we closed at from after hours, but we have a gap from 820 all the way down to 780. So I'm looking to play the gap there. Now, if this creates some sort of low pre-market or some sort of consolidation that I can mess around with and play with, then I'll probably look to take a trade on this before the 820 level. But if playing it safe and looking for the bigger setups, 820 is definitely the safer area for a lot of people to wait on and see if that has any kind of setup that can, develop something around that area. So last but not least is Tesla. Now, Tesla, I do have a mini support here at 385. Not the craziest thing in the world because this whole area is pretty chopped up on Tesla. But Tesla has been an absolute monster with the divergence trades / setups that we've been taking in the group overall. So I'm kind of looking to take that same approach here on Tesla below 385. Now, the beauty of Tesla, same thing with MU. They're both kind of similar to one another when it comes to divergence. Is you can, I want to say, take any setup, right, from pre-market low or any kind of pre-market high or high of day or high or low of day. But you can really take advantage of these stocks when there's a lot of clear divergence. So Tesla here, I do like the low here before 85 at around 388. I know this was a key level before. But if this is showing a lot of weakness and is ahead of the market by a marginal amount, then I'll probably look to take that low or maybe some sort of pre-market low, right? It just depends on how Tesla is setting up. So 385 is the main area though. But yeah. That's about it for the watch list, though. I only had those three stocks to really look at for the entire week. So those stocks that at least have some room down. So hopefully those don't break over the weekend going into tomorrow. So you guys have some sort of play for either tomorrow or for later on in the week or in the future, right? Everything can just gap up and just reject all the levels that we're currently at, right? So anything can happen. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the watch list. Before you go, though, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a fantastic rest of your week. Peace out.